Hello and welcome to Corner Office. I'm Alycia Brandt, sitting alongside Mayor Arthur Vigeant. We have taken this episode out on the road again. Today we're at Union Common to discuss all the upcoming events happening for Labor Day weekend. Mayor, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're kidding me? This is it's such a special weekend in the city. Looking forward to it again this year. We have a couple new events coming up this year, and I thought that's why it'd be a good idea to come down here where it all begins and have a little bit of a special corner office this year.
Now, what is the first event that is going to be kicking off this Labor Day weekend?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. I think we'll be doing the Taste of Marlborough first. It's coming back again this year, and we have with us Bob Kane today to talk a little bit about it.
Bob, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's good to be here.
So let's talk about the Taste of Marlborough. Where will it be taking place this year?
The taste will take place where it always does, right in the heart of Marlborough downtown, and we'll have 28 restaurants participating this year. A new twist we have this year is we're going to have a tasting of wines from Marlborough, New Zealand, which Sperry's Liquors is going to be putting on. I never knew this, but Marlborough, New Zealand is one of the top 10 wine regions of the world, and I guess they put out a real good wine. So they'll be doing that. Vin Bin is going to be special, doing this tasting of their special Vin Bin Sangria, complete opposite of New Zealand, but that'll be fun. But there'll be all kinds of varieties of restaurants participating. We'll have 10 entertainment locations around the downtown, and the only thing we have to keep our fingers crossed on, it's not like it was last year and then we have a downpour, but it's rain or shine. And believe it or not, if you were here last year for last year's taste, we had about 1,000 people come out in that rain, which was just a real torrential downpour. So it's rain or shine, no matter what.
Now, do you think having the taste this year in August will make any difference? We are kind of using this to kick off Labor Day weekend. Do you think it will kind of add to the weekend?
It's kind of hard to tell. We'll be able to tell afterwards, but a couple of things a little bit different. It gets darker a little bit earlier than like in June. When we ran it in June, it didn't get dark till 9. Now it starts getting dark around 8, so I don't know if that'll have any effect on it, but we're hoping that we get away from the rain. June seems to be a rainy season. This is our 7th year with the taste, and out of the first 6 years, we had 1 year where it didn't rain. The other years it either like rained just before or sprinkled out or rained at 8 o'clock or like last year, just a torrential downpour. But people still love it. They come out and they ask for it all the time, when's it going to be and so forth. So it's I'm always getting phone calls galore, and people stop me on the street, when's the taste, and so forth. So.
Bob, this year on the east side of Main Street, we're starting at Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, yeah.
And we're coming down, we're going to go as far as the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, Zarapis.
And then we're going all the way down Main Street.
Yeah, up to the House of Pizza.
Up to the House of Pizza,
yeah.
And
it's a little over a half a mile walk. But a lot of people are pretty smart. They come and do this area here, and the last thing they do is get in their car and drive down to the Dairy Queen.
I was going to say, so the best thing to do is start with the dessert and move forward.
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
But we have a tent up by Sperry's, and we're going to have a couple new restaurants in, so there'll be more food there. So on East Main Street, you'll have Papa John's, the two new restaurants in that tent by Sperry's. You'll have Sperry's participating this year with their wine tasting, and then you got the Dairy Queen. So there's a lot more there, and then you got Zarapis, the Mexican restaurant, just down the street. So, and if it's a beautiful night, like probably tonight's going to be here out in the Common, they love those type of nights too. It's great to walk. It's like Old Home Week. They bump into people they haven't seen in years, and it's a lot more fun that way. We're also going to have in front of Fish, he's putting out a rest area with tables and chairs for any of the participants. They want to just get off their feet, because a lot of people used to come to me with ideas, and that was one of the ideas. They wish they had someplace they could sit down. And we're going to do that up at the senior center too, in the back, that patio out back. We're going to put tables and chairs out there so people can take a break and rest, take a 15-minute break before they go to the next restaurant. So.
Now, Mayor, why is the Taste of Marlborough so important to the city?
It's been going for a while now, and it was one of those things that I think when Bob started it was like, well, is this going to take off and work? And and there's been small changes done every year. It's a fantastic event. It really is, to see the people walking up and down Main Street, the families and the parents pushing their kids in the strollers, and we added there's been beer tasting over the year, there's been wine tasting over the years, and Bob takes the good things that happen and move them forward and come up with some new ideas. So this kind of eating rest area is a great idea, because people are just hanging around, trying to eat while they're standing. It makes it a little more difficult. So it's just, it's a special night.
We're going to try that this year, and if it goes, we'll probably add 2 or 3 more like that, so people can stop and do that. But we started to taste basically to bring awareness to the downtown and also awareness to our restaurants in Marlborough. And we offer, a lot of people don't know this, but we offer special employee discount packages to our major employers like TJX, for instance, Raytheon, these places, Synovian, to name a few, and trying to get those people to come downtown and taste our food from our restaurants and so forth. Especially, like people, TJX is very, very excited. I'm leaving here to go out there to drop off over 100 tickets for them. So it's working, and so those people that probably wouldn't come downtown here will come down that particular night.
Perfect. Well, Bob, thank you so much for joining the mayor and I here at Union Common.
Not a problem. Very good.
We're praying for a good night.
We are.
No rain.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll be talking to Dom V about his piece and performance in the Mayor's Summer Concert Series. Stay with us.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change.
Let's go!
To the Batmobile! Dang it.
To the invisible jet! Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women.
I could use your help.
Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back to Corner Office. I'm Alycia Brandt, sitting here alongside Mayor Arthur Vigeant and Dom V. Dom, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
So can we talk about the Summer Concert Series and how long you've been participating here in Marlborough?
Well, first I want to thank the mayor for continuing the tradition. We've been probably performing for the city probably 20 years. The band has been in existence for about 25 years, and it's a great, great orchestra.
Out of those 25 years that you guys have been together, how long have you and the original members been together, if there are any original members, and where are they from?
Well, we have one original member still from Marlborough. Actually, he was my piano teacher when I was a young boy. He is originally from Marlborough. He comes to Marlborough 1 month out of the year, usually in August. His name is Randy Rando, and he'll be performing with the band as well. Most of the musicians are from all over New England. Fellas that I went to college with at Berklee College of Music and University of Lowell.
Now, Mayor, how do you know Dom V, and how do you feel about his concert starting off the Labor Day weekend?
Well, obviously it's a special night on August 28th. Don's been playing many of the special events in the city. Just did the chamber event for their anniversary, and it's something you probably wouldn't expect around here. And the music he puts out is just phenomenal. Him and his members, these guys are professionals. And he just mentioned that his music teacher comes back and plays with him 1 month a year, but you'd never know someone's just stepping in, because these guys know what they're doing. They're very good at what they do, and it's the big band sound that I think you think of when you think of big bands.
Now, Dom, you've been playing for the Summer Concert Series, like you said, for up to 20 years. Can you talk about how you feel with it starting off the Marlborough Labor Day weekend?
Well, I think it's a great kickoff for the weekend, the Marlborough Labor Day weekend events. The band is very happy to come back to Marlborough. We do about 8 to 10 events throughout the year around New England, but this is our last event that we usually play, and we're really happy to be here. I think it's gonna be a great event on a Thursday evening to kick off that Labor Day weekend.
This year's a little special too. Under the direction of Don Landers, Councilor Don Landers, he wanted to do something a little bit special this year. So we're actually gonna have tables set up. Marlborough Junior Women's Club is setting up tables for people to sit at. They're going to have a couple of food vendors here. Fireflies is going to be coming down, and so that's a little bit special. And we have the Colonial Garden Club that's going to be putting the centerpieces on the table. So it's going to be a little bit different this year. We're going to step it up a notch, and that's thanks to Councilor Don Landis.
So Dom, do you think that having this special summer concert is going to bring more of a crowd? And where do you think most of the people that come to your events come from?
You know, people come from all over New England to hear the band. They really, really enjoy that music. And I'm thinking that we're probably going to get probably a full house. I'm really optimistic that things are going to be great.
Do you think that having the Junior Women's Club partner with the City of Marlborough for this summer concert is going to bring more people down to enjoy the music, some food?
Yeah, I think they've done a great job in promoting the event. I really do. So we'll see.
All right, well, thank you so much, Dom, for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
We spoke to Teresa Frias from the Junior Women's Club to talk about this special summer concert series.
We were approached by a councilman to ask if we would like to share in co-hosting one of the kickoff events for the Labor Day Parade, which is the last summer concert of the series. It's the swing celebration, and Marlborough Junior Women's Club is kind of bringing in a little bit more flair to the concerts that we've had in the past. We're adding some tables and a dance floor, and to really make it an actual, like more of a party than just a concert. Some of the local businesses have been invited to attend, trying to get some of the younger business professionals to come down and enjoy the city for what we really have to offer. In addition to having a stage and dance floor and tables set up within, a reservation for some of the local businesses, we will also have some food service down there, which is in addition to what they've done in the past. We will have Fireflies is bringing their truck service down, and Juniper Farms ice cream will be available for if you don't have a chance to run home and have a bite to eat before the concert starts. It's right there available. They're starting at 6 o'clock, where the concert starts at 7, so you can come down a little early, find a nice spot on the grass, set your little picnic up. There will be extra seating. Chairs will be available as well if you don't have a chair of your own, and the ice cream truck is there for the kids, so if you're coming down as a family unit, there'll be something for the children to have as well. Well, Marlborough has always been really well known for their Labor Day celebrations. It's one of the largest parades going since when I've been a kid, which is quite some time ago. But we've always had a festival, and we've always had a lot of celebration happening here in the city. And this year it's starting to come back a little more so. They're having a carnival come down into town. The Taste of Marlborough is at the beginning of the week, so it really is a full week of activities. Marlborough Junior Women's Club is happy to co-host with this concert, trying to bring a little bit of community back into it, so it's not just a city organized event. This really is about community and about having people just come and be together. It's something that really needs to be built up a little bit more, that we'd like to see.
And now, to continue with our theme of Labor Day weekend, we have Ed Thurber here to talk to us about the main event, the Labor Day Parade. Ed, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
So let's start about how many years have you been coming to the Labor Day Parade, and how many years were you at the head of the parade?
It's been over 30 years that I've had some involvement with Labor Day weekend, and most of it was with the festival when we had the festival, but also worked on the parade on Labor Day under George Wampum when he was director. And it was 5 years ago, I guess 6 years ago, that I took over in his stead as the director. And this year, Melanie Wampum is now the director, and I'm kind of helping her along with things.
So what is the theme for this year's Labor Day Parade?
This year's theme is Marlborough, an active community, which very definitely we are. And we chose that theme because we wanted to let everybody know that Marlborough is a really going place to live.
Mayor, how did you, as a team, come up with the theme? I understand that Marlborough is a very active community, but what are some of the things that stick out in the city to you that were active in?
As far as the theme goes, it was interesting when I took office. Right away, Ed came up and started talking about the Labor Day Parade, and we were still 9 months away, and he said, well, I've already been working on this. It's not something you put together in 30 days, but I discovered that year that Ed was a one-man show, did everything himself until really the day of the event, and then all his volunteers come together. So what I did the next year is actually put together a small committee to help along with some of the tasks that need to be done, and to bounce some ideas off of one another. That worked. It's been working for a couple of years now, and they came up with the theme themselves, and they made the recommendation on this year's Grand Marshal. And you know, I'm not sure if they came up with the name before the theme or the theme before the name, but it sure works perfect together with this year's Grand Marshal being Ed Clancy,
Amazing man,
counselor.
and he's done so much for Marlborough, and we felt that he needed the recognition, deserved it.
So you just mentioned that Ed Clancy is the Grand Marshal. Is there anything that you brought that came to your attention that, I mean, everyone knows who Ed is, but what kind of stood out to you that made him?
He's typical of the people who are really involved in the city, and a teacher, a city councilor, involved in sports, just an amazing man that's done so much for the community, and we wanted to recognize him for that.
Well, after the press conference that we had a few weeks ago with Ed, I know he's very excited to be at the head of the parade.
Yes, he is.
I think he was a little surprised when I called him. You know, Ed's not one to be short of words when he has something to say, and I think I caught him completely off guard when I gave him a call to let him know the great news, and you know, it's really, I think it's going to mean something to him, and it's going to be a special day for the community, and you know, it's just, that's why we need, you know, more of these young people to get involved, whether it's the parade or the Taste of Marlborough or one of the other events we have during the year, because we have this hardcore group of volunteers, and with so many events, we need to expand on that also. But it's going to be another great day.
Well, the Labor Day Parade is absolutely one of Marlborough's biggest events in the city. So is there anything new that will be happening during this year's parade?
There's going to be a lot of the favorites that we always have in it, the Shriners, the Clydesdales, floats. We have some, I have to look up my notes here that Melanie gave me. We have the U.S. Navy Band, Northeast Division of it, for the first time this year. And they are going to be playing at the beginning of the parade. And that's an amazing outfit, very precision and very good looking. We also have the Marine Corps Honor Guard and the Worcester Polytechnic Marching Band, and then UMass Lowell, which we had last year. So we've got some new bands, some big bands, and some old ones that we're bringing back, which is Acton Boxborough, which is always a favorite as well.
And this year, being an election year, all the candidates will be down here. So if you want to meet any of the state candidates, obviously this is the premier parade in the state, and they'll all be here. So it'll be a busy day in the city.
Well, Ed, thank you so much for joining us here at Union Common to discuss the Labor Day Parade.
My pleasure.
Now, Mayor, there are a few more activities that will be going on during Labor Day weekend. One being the Grecian Festival, and then another being a cookout put on by the First Congregational Church. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Well, the cookout takes place actually here at Union Common for the day of Labor Day. Actually, I think it runs from 11 to 3 that day. So come on down, and they'll have hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken. They put on a great picnic down here. So that's goes on for the majority of the parade a little bit before, and it's a good take. You'll fill yourself out quickly. In addition to that, the Grecian Festival, it's something. It's one of those real special things. It's held up at the Greek Church, and it goes all weekend long. And they'll have a lot of different Greek foods, Greek desserts, all the baklava you can buy. There'll be lamb everywhere in several different forms, but it's a special event to take the kids to, or to go up and just enjoy yourself and your spouse, or just walk through and take a look at some of the things they have up there. So it's another one of those things that makes the Labor Day Festival in Marlborough what it is.
Now, you've lived in Marlborough your whole life, and you've been to many Labor Day celebrations. What is your favorite part about the day?
The favorite part, I hate to say it, but after the parade. When you get to the end of it and you actually start walking back, now you're kind of off duty, and you're seeing all the people that you saw when you were in the middle of the parade, walking down. You get to actually spend a few minutes with them and say hi to some people you haven't seen for a while, because everyone seems to come out of the woodwork that day. So walking backwards after you've already walked through the parade is it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It
Absolutely.
Really is.
Well, Mayor, thank you so much for joining us today.
No, this is it's going to be another great weekend.
Absolutely. You've been watching Corner Office. I'm Alycia Brandt, sitting alongside Mayor Arthur Vigeant. We'll see you next time.